Hello. Today we're lesson 4.5, estimating quotients using compatible numbers. So let's look at our unlock the problem. A horse's heart beats 132 times in 3 minutes. About how many times does it beat in 1 minute? And so our questions are, will a horse's heart beat more or fewer than 132 times in 1 minute? Well, it takes the horse's heart 3 minutes to beat 132 times. So clearly it must be beating less than that per minute. So it's got to be fewer. What operation will we use to solve the problem? We have to figure out how many times it beats per minute. So we're going to be dividing. So division is what we're going to use. And so we can use compatible numbers to estimate the quotients. And so compatible numbers are numbers that are easy to compute mentally. Okay. And when we talk about division, often it's rounding or changing a number so that the divisor and the dividend are basic math facts. So let's do a couple examples. So 132 divided by 3. And if we want to just know a general quotient about how much that would be, we're going to find a number that's close to 132 that divides easily by 3. And so use basic facts. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, something like that, right? So I want to be able to say the basic math fact when I'm skip counting by 3. And so 12 divided by 3 is close to 13, right? If we were thinking of this as a basic math fact. So 12 divided by 3 is a basic math fact. So 120 divides easily by 3. 15 divided by 3 is also a basic math fact, and it's in the neighborhood of 132. 150 divides easily by 3. So then we're going to use place value. But first, let's see which one they chose, because which one is closest to 132? Well, 20 is about 12 away from 132, and 150 is 18 away. So 120 is closer. So let's use 120. So 120, we know from our previous work that we can rewrite that as 12 tens. So then 12 tens divided by 3, our basic math fact, 12 divided by 3 is 4. So 12 tens divided by 3 is 4 tens. And 120 divided by 3 then is 40. So a horse's heart beats about 40 times a minute. So use compatible numbers to find estimates that the quotient is between. So our second example is, well, in the first one we knew 120 was kind of close to 132. But in this next one, we want to just know the quotient is in between this number and this number. So we're actually going to have two numbers. And so we're going to find two numbers that are close to 1,382 that can be easily divided by 5. So we want things that when you skip count by 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20, so on, right? So which of those multiples of 5 are close to 13? So 10 divided by 5 is a basic math fact. So 1,000 divides easily by 5. And 15 divided by 5 is a basic math fact, which is close to 13. So in this case, we're not going to choose one or the other. We're just going to say our answer is in between these two. So 1,382 is between 1,000 and 1,500. Okay. So then step 2, we're going to divide each of those numbers, our basic math facts, by 5. So we're going to change the 1,000 into 10 hundreds. Okay, so again, if you remember from our previous lessons, we're just looking at the basic math fact, 10 divided by 5. So I'm going to rewrite the 10 at the 1,000 as 10 hundredths. So 10 divided by 5 is 2 hundredths, or 200. 1,500 divided by 5 would be 15 hundredths divided by 5. And 15 divided by 5 is 3. So 3 hundredths, or 300. So 1,382 divided by 5 is between the quotient 200 and 300. Okay. Again, we're just estimating. Okay, number 1. Estimate 1,718 divided by 4. So when I skip count by 4, so I go 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. So which of those are closest to 1718? I think I'm going to use 16. So 1,600 and 2,000. All right. So what basic math fact can we use? Well, in the first one, I can use 16 divided by 4. And the second one, I can use 20 divided by 4. Which of these are we going to choose? Which one's closer to 1718? Well, 1,600 is. 1,600 is about 100 away. 2,000 is almost 300 away. So I'm going to choose 1,600 because it is closer to 1,718. So now do our estimate. So we're going to go 16 divided by 4. That's 4. 1,600 divided by 4 is 4 hundredths. So 1718 divided by 4 is about 400. Okay. Use compatible numbers to estimate the quotient. All right. So 9, 18, 27, 36, 45. Oh, I like that right there. That's 45 already. So let's just change this to 450 divided by 9. So 45 tenths divided by 9 is 5 tenths. So my estimate's about 50. It's 1,509 divided by 3. Well, I know that 15 divided by 3 is easy to do. So I'm just going to change 1,509 to 1,500. And I'm going to divide by 3. So my basic math fact would be 15 hundredths. 15 hundredths divided by 3. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So 5 hundredths is 500. Simple enough. 176 divided by 8. So I go 8, 16, 24. I'm going to choose the basic math fact 16. That's the closest to 17. So I'm going to change 176 to 160 divided by 8. My math fact will be 16 tens divided by 8. Remember, 16 tens is just another way of saying 160. So 16 divided by 8 is 2. So we have 2 tens, which is 20. Pretty easy. 7, 14, 21, 28. I can stop there because 28 is close to 27. So I'm going to rewrite 2,795 as 2,800 divided by 7. We're going to have our basic math fact, 28 divided by 4. So 28 hundredths divided by 7. 28 divided by 7 is 4 hundredths, so 400. Number 6. Use compatible numbers to estimate the quotient. All right, well, 2 and 16, that's easy to divide. So I'm just going to change that to 160 divided by 2. So we have 16 tens divided by 2. 16 divided by 2 is 8 tens. 80. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56. I'm going to choose the basic math fact 49 because that's closest to 50. So I'm going to rewrite 500 as 490 divided by 7. So we have 49 tens divided by 7. 49 divided by 7 is 7. 7 tens. 70. 1,421. So 5, 10, 15. I'm going to stop there because I've already passed 14. So I'm going to change 1,421 to 1,500. And then I'm going to divide by 5. So our basic math fact is 15 divided by 5. So we have 1500s divided by 5 equals 3 hundreds. So my answer is 300. And number 8. So we're going to skip count by 8s. 8, 16, 24, 32. 24 is the closest. So I'm going to change that original number, 2,642, to a compatible number of 2,400 divided by 8. So we're going to have 2,800s. I think I just said 2,800s. 2,400s divided by 8. And 24 divided by 8 is 300. All right, number 10. This tie-in says find 2 estimates that the quotient is in between. So I'm going to use some scratch paper on this one to give us some extra room. Okay, and so that's my original number. Now 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54. Okay, so which numbers are the closest? Which multiple of 6 are the closest to 5,321? Well, 4,800 would be close, and 5,400 divided by 6. Okay. If I had to choose, I'd say this one is what I would use, but they want to know kind of, in a sense, a range. They want to know about where is this in between. So we're going to go 48 divided by 6. That's 800. And 54 divided by 6. 6 times 9, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 900. So it's between 800 and 900. Number 11. 1,765 divided by 6. So I'm going to skip count my 6's here. Now, obviously, if you know the multiples of 6, you don't have to write them out. I'm just writing them out as if I need help seeing it. Okay. So I know that 1,765 needs to be between 1,200 and 1,800, right? 1,765 would fall in between these. So now we're going to divide both of them by 6. So the basic math fact, 12 divided by 6 is 2. 200. And 1,800 divided by 6. 18 divided by 6 is 3. So 300. So it's between 200 and 300. Number 12. 1,189 divided by 3. 1,189 divided by 3. So I know that we need to find something that the 3 can divide into easily. 3, I don't know why I write 4. 3, 6, 9, 12. So I'm going to say 900 divided by 3 and 1,200 divided by 3. Because this number, 1,189, is in between those two. Okay, 9 divided by 3 is 3, so 300. 12 divided by 3 is 4, so 400. So it's between 300 and 400. And number 13. 2,110 divided by 4. Well, if we skip count our 4s, we go 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Okay, so we can use these right here. Okay. So we'd have 2,000 divided by 4, and we'd have 2,400 divided by 4. 2,110 would be in between these two dividends. So 20 divided by 4 is 5 hundredths. 2,400 divided by 4 is 600. So it's between 500 and 600. All right, great. 14. Reason abstractly. Estimate to compare. Write less than, greater than, or equal. So 613 divided by 3. Well, 3 can go into 6, or 6 can be divided by 3 200 times. 580, I'm also going to call that about 600, and that's going to be about 300. So I'm going to say 14 is less. 613 divided by 3 is less than 581 divided by 2. All right, number 5, I like the 360. I'm going to leave it that. And 6, 6, 12, I'm going to use 120. All right, so 36 tens divided by 4 is 9 tens, or 90. 12 tens divided by 6 is 2 tens, or 20. So 364 divided by 4 is greater than 117 divided by 6. Number 16. 2,718. 8, 16, 24, 32. 32 would be about 500 away. 2,400 would be about 300 away. So we're going to use 24 divided by 2,400 divided by 8. And in this other one, we're going to use 1,000 divided by 2. Because 10 is really close to 9, right? All right, so 2,400s divided by 8 is 300. 10 divided by 2 is 5 hundredths. So 2,718 divided by 18 is going to be less than 963 divided by 2. All right. 17. Use the table for 17 through 19. Okay, so before we even look at problems, let's make sure we understand the table. Animal heartbeats in 5 minutes. Okay, so that's important. This is 5 minutes, not per minute. So a whale's heart beats 31 times in 5 minutes. Wow, that's not a lot. That's really slow. A cow, 325 beats in 5 minutes. A pig, 430 beats in 5 minutes. A dog, 520. And a chicken, 1,375 beats in 5 minutes. Wow, that's a lot. So it wants to know about how many times does a chicken's heart beat in 1 minute. Well, in 5 minutes, it's 1,375. And we're going to divide by 5. Okay, and now 17, it has a key word. It says about. So we're estimating this. So which multiple of 5 is closest to 13? Well, 15 is. So let's change 1,375 to 1,500. And 15 divided by 5 is 300. Wow. 300 times per minute. That's a lot of beats. About how many times does a cow's heart beat in 2 minutes? Okay, well, this table doesn't help me with that. It says 5 minutes. So I need to figure out the cow's beat per minute first. So we're going to have 325 divide by 5. 325 divide by 5. And again, the key word there says about. So my multiples of 5, I'm going to say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So 30 is the closer one. So I'm going to say 300 divide by 5. 30 divided by 5 is 6. So we hit 6 tens or 60. And then it's for 2 minutes. So 120. 120 beats in 2 minutes. 19. About how many times faster does a cow's heart beat than a whale's? Well, we just figured out the cow. The cow's heart beats about 60 times per minute. Cow. Now we need to figure out the whale. Well, what's a whale's heart rate? It says here on my table that the whale's heart rate is only 31 total beats in 5 minutes. Well, I'm just going to change that to 30. And so that's going to give me 6 beats per minute. All right, so if a cow's heart beats 60 beats per minute and a whale's is 6 beats per minute, we just need to subtract them to find out how much more. So I can't take 6 from 0. So I'll regroup. I'll rename the 6 tens as 5 tens and 10 ones. That leaves me 4 ones and 5 tens. So 54. So 54 times faster. Just want to double check something there. So as I look at this, it says times faster. I did more work than I had to. Sometimes happens. Well, so we can use our information here. We said the whale was 6 beats per minute. And we said the cow was 60 beats per minute. Well, how many times bigger is this? So 6 times what is 60? 10. 10 times faster. Okay. And I could have got that from just right here. 10 times 31 was 300. So it's about 300, about 10 times bigger, faster. All right. Anyway. 20. Martha had 154 stamps, and her sister had 248 stamps. They combined They're collections. Combined means add, right? And they put the stamps in an album. They want to put 8 stamps on each page. So that's important. About how many pages do they need? So first thing we need to do is combine them. So first, let's add to find out how many stamps they have. 8 and 4 is 12 ones. We'll regroup that as 1 10 and 2 ones. 5 and 1 is 6, plus 4 more is 10. Regroup that as 1 100. So 2, 3, 4, 402. So they have about 402 stamps that they're going to put 8 on a page. Well, 40 can be divided by 8. So I'm just going to change this to 400 divided by 8 because it says about. So 40 divided by 8 is 5. So 5 tens is 50. So about 50 pages will be needed. 21. Jamie and his 2 brothers divided a package of 125 toys equally. About how many cars did each of them receive? All right, so we have 125 total. We have Jamie and 2 brothers. So they're going to take those 125 cars and they're going to share them equally amongst themselves. So 12 can be divided by 3. So let's just leave it as 120 divided by 3. Because again, I see the keyword about. I don't need an exact answer. I need an estimate. I need a quotient that's close. So I'm going to change 125 to a compatible number of 120 divided by 3. And 12 divided by 3 is 4 tens or 40. So about 40 each. Okay. 22. Harold and his brother collected 2,018 cans over a 1-year period. Each boy collected the same number of cans. About how many cans did each boy collect? Explain how you found your answer. Well, okay, so that's how many cans they found. And there's only 2 of them. So two people, Harold and his brother. And we have 2,018 cans. They each collected the same amount. So we're just going to change that to 2,000 divided by 2. Because it says find about how many. Well, 2 divided by 2 is 1. So 1,000, 1,000. So they each collected about 1,000 cans. 2018 is close to 2,000. So 2,000 divided by 2 is 1,000. All right, page 162, cause and effect. So the reading skill cause and effect can help you understand how one detail in a problem is related to another detail. And so we have a table up here. We see bike shop layaway plans. And there's 2 plans, plan A, plan B. One's a 3-month plan and one's a 6-month plan. So the 3-month plan means you're going to have 3 equal payments. And the 6-month, you're going to have 6 equal payments. So Chet wants to buy a new bike that costs $276. Chet mows his neighbor's lawn for $15 each week. Since Chet does not have money saved, he needs to decide which layaway plan he can afford to buy the new bike. All right. So what's the cause? Chet does not have enough money saved to purchase the bike. So what's he got? What's the effect got to be? He's got to have to decide between which layaway plan. Okay, so which plan should Chet choose? The 3-month or the 6-month? So we're going to estimate 276 divided by 3. We're going to change 276 to 270 because 27 divided by 3 is easy to do. And that's going to give us $90 every month. $90 per month Chet would have to pay if he, about $90 per month he would have to pay on the 3-month layaway plan. On the 6-month one, 276, we're going to change that to 300 because 6 and 27 can't be divided easily. So we're going to go up to a multiple of 6 that is easy to do. So 30 divided by 6, that's about $50 per month. All right. Well, and it said in the problem that he earns $15 each week. There's usually 4 weeks in a month. We can multiply to find out how much he would earn. So 4 times 5 is 20. We would regroup the two tens. 4 times 1 is 4, plus the 2 regrouped is 6. So he makes about $60 per month. Which one can he afford? He can't afford $90 a month. So he'd have to do the 6-month layaway plan. All right. Sophia wants to buy a new bike that costs $214. Sophia helps her grandmother with chores each week for $18. Estimate to find which layaway plan Sophia should choose and why. Okay, so we have 214 divide by 3, or we have 214 divide by 6. 214 divided by 3, or 214 divided by 6. 3 and 21 can be divided, so I'm going to use 21 divided by 3. That's going to be about $70 per month. 614, I'm going to have to change the 6 to 240. And so that plan would be $40 per month. All right, so now she earns $18 per week times 4. 4 times 8 is 32. So she earns $72 per month. Well, she can afford both of them, right? Okay, so she can afford both plans. So it just comes down to, does she want the bike sooner? Plan A, she would get the bike sooner. And 24. Describe a situation when you have used cause and effect to help you solve a math problem. And so, I don't know, it's, I get, I don't know, $5 per week, and I want to buy a video game that costs $42. Okay. How long do I have to save? How long did I have to save? Well, that's about 8 weeks. Okay. So that's it for lesson 4.6, 4.5, sorry, 4.5. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about division and the distributive property. So until then, may the numbers always be in your favor.